Okay, we are doing part F here. All right. And it says that this new function z is the product. Now, product means times. So it's this new thing, s of t times by a of t. Now, it's linked to the previous question where we said s of t is defined as the inverse of v of t. So really that's saying like this guy, an s of t business, he is equal to 1 divided by b of t. So if we add that in, we get that it looks like this. All this is equal to our z. Now, an easy way of writing that is like this. Z is just equal to a on the top, the left function, divided by the right function. And all of this is we're trying to find the gradient of this function when t is equal to 2. So what we're trying to find is, well, what is z of 2? That's our aim for today. And what we need to do is the quotient rule. So hopefully you remember it by now. We've gone through it a few times. You've got your thing on the bottom and your thing on the top. And if we have a look at that rule, we can see that it is the thing on the top. So we'll call it top differentiated multiplied by regular bottom minus by our top regular multiplied by our differentiated bottom. And that is all divided by the bottom squared. Okay, so we have to set it out correctly, otherwise we're likely to make mistakes and lose marks. So what you want to do is figure out the top differentiated, the bottom, and the bottom differentiated. So the top one is just a at 2, and that next one is a at 2. So let's have a look. So the left function at 0.2, so it's here, it's a little bit, I guess, tricky to see, but it goes all the way up and it hits there. And that is 1. And this gradient of this line is every time we move along one, we go 1 up. So the gradient here is 1. All right. So we can say 1 and 1. Perfect. And then the next one is, again, we're trying to find it at 0.2. And we have a look at this guy. And that is at 5. So we can say that the bottom bit, b at 2, is equal to 5. And the gradient of that particular line is, if we start here, for instance, if we start here, we move across 1, and we go up by 1, 2, 3. So our gradient here is equal to 3. And now we have that all set out, all we have to do is substitute it in. So t prime is 1. All right, now the bottom one, which is 5, minus the top one, which is 1 again, times by bottom differentiated, which is 3. All right, just helps if you color code it, so life becomes a bit easier. Oh, and I forgot to do this guy here. All right, and then the bottom one squared, which is 5 squared. And then we can finally fill in the rest of them. All right, and when we crunch the mental math, we get that as 2 divided by 25. And that is our answer. So it's just using the quotient rule again. Now, I like to do the color coding, really helps set things out for me. Strongly recommend you do it in this way here. Now, for you, hit refresh on that web page a bunch of times, go through it all again. So you want to try this as many times as you can. This question's pretty good. There's a lot of variability. So yeah, there's a lot of skills to practice. And then you can move along to the next question.